I'm melting. Just kidding. We are doing the snowman greeting card today. Welcome to my channel. And we're going to be doing the first of a few greeting cards for Christmas. Merry Christmas. If you're using a watercolor box, great. Then you've already got the turquoise colors that we're going to be doing. And I'm going to tell you, I've done this in a paint class and everybody nailed it. So hopefully we have the same success rate here. So all I'm doing is taking a pencil and I'm doing a really light sketch here of the snowman. So it's just kind of a lazy C. Nothing complicated. So if you look at the blue line, I know it's kind of hard to see my sketch there. If you look at the blue lines, that's basically what I'm just sketching, just to kind of get placement of the snowman. And then I'm adding water to the lines, and I have my little snowman next to me just so you can kind of see. It's hard to see when I'm just painting with water, but I figured this way you can actually see what I'm doing. Isn't it nice to actually have a painting next to what I'm doing? I never do that. I should probably do that more. And now I'm just adding turquoise. If you have the turquoise, I literally just add a little bit of turquoise to this water around the snowman, and to create you're looking at the snowman from the top. I don't know if you can tell that. Hopefully you can. I don't have it going all the way around in this oval. Ooh, did you see that? That was fun. We add the blue and it just spreads through the water. I just love that effect with watercolor. But as you can see, there's certain gaps in the snowman. You can obviously see it better now with the paint on it than you did when I was sketching it out or using water. But I'm just trying to get the gaps in there. One, because you're kind of looking at it from above, so you're just assuming that part's not really melting yet. But I also want to have some space to get the branch arms through. So now I'm doing the inner circle part, like the second layer of the snowman. So if you're looking at it from forward, you have the bigger kind of snowball on the bottom and the smaller one on the top. Sometimes people add a third one. In this case, we're assuming we have only two snowballs on top of each other to make the snowman. And I'm just doing the inside snowman. And you could do this, I just love the way that paint spreads. It's so fun. You could do this obviously with different colors. Like you could do darker blue, you can do yellow. Don't eat yellow snow. Sorry, it's really late at night right now and I'm quite delirious. And I'm trying not to yawn. But anyway, so here we go. Close up. Finally, Tina, good job. So now that we did the snowman, we're going to add his footprints. Never seen a snowman with feet, except for Olaf. But there you go. Snowman with feet. So we're going to add his footprints because he walked over to that spot. I don't know what his story is. Maybe one of you guys can come up with a story for this guy or a name. Whatever you want to do. So then you obviously want to let the paint dry, and that's because you just don't want it to spread when you're drawing over. So now I'm going to do the little bucket thing. The bucket is his hat. You know, when you make a snowman, you're just using tools around the house. So I'm using like a little paint bucket or water bucket. I'm painting it upside down, and I'm sketching it out. I could have done this freehand, but I just wanted to encourage you guys to start sketch it out. And since we're going to be using a black paint, it's going to be covering up the pencil marks, so you should be fine. So I'm using water just to kind of do the very sides of the bucket. I'm going to leave a line in the middle of the bucket because you're kind of giving it the impression that it's rounded and kind of shiny. And it'll make more sense once I add the paint to it. And I just touched a little bit of black paint onto the water, and then you see how it spreads all on its own. Ooh, it kind of looks like a face right now. That's not what I'm going for though. And then I put the bottom part of the bucket, and then you want the bucket to be in the same curvature on the top as on the bottom. And then you add the top of the bucket, which is a opposing curvature, and then voila, you got your bucket shape. Then I'm just going to add the handle, which is just a little loop on the bottom corner. I'm spreading the paint a little bit because I just want it to be a little bit more rounded looking, rounded and shiny. And now I'm adding the little loop at the bottom because it's a bucket. And he's got his hat, and you can kind of look at it. It could be a bill of a hat, right? Nothing big. And since I've got my black paint already, I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple eyeballs, just little dots. I like the dots close together. I think it just makes them look a little bit cuter. I just took a sip of water. My apologies. And then I'm going to be doing the little carrot nose. And I'm just using an orangish yellow color. I don't remember what colors I put in your box if you're using a box. You could take, you know, the reddish colors and water it down. Whatever red, orange, reddish colors you have, just water it down. And I'm using just water to draw the carrot, kind of off to the side, just a typical carrot, nothing fancy. And then I'll drop some colors into the carrot. And then just in a couple of spots, because you don't want it to be completely solid, and this way it looks a little bit more organic. I keep bumping the camera, I apologize. And can you see my Halloween nails? It's like you can tell when I filmed this. It was Halloween week, so I know it's a little bit of a dichotomy here, but why do I keep bumping my phone? That is so weird. So I added the carrot nose, and look how easy that is. And of course, to add the branch arms, I'm using a paintbrush. Use your smaller paintbrush. You can use a black pen if you feel like it. I mean, we're just trying to make cute greeting cards, so don't worry about, oh my gosh, I'm not using all brushes or all watercolors. Just if you feel more comfortable using a pen, use a pen. I'd rather you be happy with the end product than feel like you have to be true to watercolor. The only time that's really a thing is if you're competing in a contest where they say you can only use one medium in your contest. I've never competed in a contest. I have heard that's how some of them are, but in this case, we are not competing. We're having fun and making fun Christmas cards, and that was it. That was so easy. Hope you guys enjoyed it.